Where's my coffee? It's literally cold. Hi, hey, how's it going? And welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here, my name's Shay and I make videos on productivity, lifestyle, and college tips. If any of those things interest you, subscribe right now. So a lot of us are getting right back into classes and it is still so difficult to adjust to online school. Even though we have a semester under our belt, it's just been a struggle. I mean, speaking for myself, it's just been a huge struggle. Last semester, I had a lot of classes that were labs and it required you to be there, and it was so difficult doing those kinds of classes online. So I wanted to share with you guys some tips that I found super helpful to keep me more organized, more productive, and just more on top of my stuff to be successful at online school. So my first tip is to make yourself a morning routine. And guys, this is very important, I feel, because if you don't have a routine, you're going to be scattered. My routines vary based on what time I have class and what days I have classes. So just look through your schedule and try to make a routine based on those. But for me, since on Monday and Wednesdays I have class at 8:30, I get some coffee, wash my face, and then I get right on my Zoom class. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I don't have class until 2 o'clock, so I'm a little more lenient with my schedule. Form a routine that works for you. If it's just making your bed first thing in the morning, washing your face, getting something to eat, whatever works, but give yourself enough time in the morning to wake up. Don't just sit in your phone. Don't just sit in your bed scrolling on your phone, because I found I do that a lot, actually trying to wake myself up. So if you get into that habit of not going to your phone first thing in the morning, it's gonna be a lot easier. Tip number 2 is to use a planner. Guys, I've mentioned this in how many videos at this point. Have some kind of planner that you use and write everything down. For me personally, I plan weekly. I don't like going daily. I feel like that would just stress me out a bit and I would just feel not as productive. So typically what I do is I take Sundays as my organization days for the week. And the way that my planner is set up is that on the left it has today and on the right it has to do. So on the left I write what is due for that day, but then on the right I write what do I have to do for the next day. And this does keep me more on top of things because I can visualize, okay, this is due and this is what I need to do the night before that. But I think it's very important to have a planner, whether it's on your laptop, your phone, an actual physical planner like this one. Again, I got this at Target. It's the Every Girl Planner or Everyday Planner. I'm not sure. I linked it in a previous video, but I will link it in the description below for you guys. So tip number 3 for you guys are these. If you haven't already, they're everywhere. They are blue light glasses. And this isn't really like a tip for studying, but it's a tip to take care of yourself while studying, which I think is very important that people tend to forget. I got mine at Francesca's and typically they're under $20, but they were doing a huge sale, so I got these and another pair just in case I lost them. I tend to work more at night and staring at a screen in the dark is not good for your eyes, guys. Come on. Another tip I have for you guys, if you have a Mac or an iPad or even an iPhone, go to your system preferences, click on displays and do night shift, and on there you can actually change the color of your screen from less warm to more warm, and this helps a lot and it's free. All right, tip number 4, guys, is to reward yourself during your studying sessions. I'm a huge advocate, as you guys know, for self-love, self-care, all of that good stuff. What I tend to do is I'll study for about 2 hours, then I take a 30-minute break, then another 2 hours. Because there's studies out there that say you shouldn't be studying more than 2 hours, then you're just gonna be staring at your screen or staring at your book and you're not actually absorbing any of that information. So what I mean by reward yourself is go for a walk, make your favorite snack, make your favorite drink, go talk to your family for a little bit. Even if you want, scroll on your phone for a little bit, but set a timer so that you don't look at the clock and you find out you've been on there for about an hour. But it's good to just stretch your legs, get up from sitting down, fix your posture, girl, you're looking like a question mark, and just reward yourself for all the work that you have done already. So tip number 5 is to use a Google spreadsheet to make your weekly plan. I mentioned this before in a previous video, but I'm gonna go a little more in depth this time. So what I do is at the top, I make 7 columns and label it Sunday through Saturday. And then on the left, I put the times in 7:30 until 9 p.m. The reason I start at 7:30 is because my earliest class starts at 8:30 and I want to give myself about an hour to wake up, get coffee, do whatever I need to do before class. And the reason I do 9 o'clock is because typically when I go to work, I get out at 9 o'clock and that's the latest thing that I have scheduled. The first thing you're going to want to add to your Google spreadsheets is what time your classes are. This way it forces you to schedule everything else around your classes and makes it the #1 priority. The second thing I want you to add onto your your goal spreadsheet is your study sessions. Like I said, I do it in increments of 2 hours. This obviously depends on what you're comfortable with and how long you want to study for, but this should be the second thing that you put on your spreadsheet. The third priority that I put on there for me is editing and filming and doing any content creation, because that does take up a lot of time and it is a path that I'm going on right now. I also add in there when I walk Bentley, that way I am more on a routine and I do give myself those breaks away from a screen, away from social media, and just get some fresh air. And then lastly, I just add in any of the fun free time stuff I have, like going to Rithia's house, seeing friends, anything that I like to do for myself. This is just the order that I found keeps me more on track with school. Again, your priorities might be different than mine. Work might come before school for you guys because you have to pay for your own school. Do it in the way that best accommodates your lifestyle. I think the Google Spreadsheets helps a lot with time management, but if you guys want more specific tips on just time management, this video is actually a collab with another YouTuber named Fun with Sierra. I loved working with her. It was so fun. We both came up with productive tips that we wanted to share with you guys. So go check out our channel. It's descriptive below and give her some love from you guys. So tip number 6 is to use your notes in your phone. And guys, this is so easy to make. And actually, if you hit that arrow at the top left, it brings you to the files of your iCloud, all your notes, recent deleted, and that's where you can make folders. And I make these folders just because it keeps me more organized. I have my personal one, which has payments, finances, my to-do list, and then I have a different folder for my social medias. Then I have a different one for clients. I do that little check mark circle there. That way I can just go and click it off. If you don't want to use your phone and you're more of a handwriting kind of person, make a to-do list in your planner. Make a to-do list in a journal. Write it down so you see your priorities right in front of you, because then it keeps you more on top of what you need to do. All right, guys, I hate to be that person. I hate to be the mom of the group. Put away your damn phone while you're studying. What I do is I go into my settings, go to sounds and haptics, and you can actually turn off vibrate on silent and vibrate on ring. It's different than do not disturb, because on do not disturb, you're not getting your notifications until you turn off do not disturb. But with this, you're still getting your notifications in at the time that they came in. You just don't hear it. So tip number 8 kind of falls under the same category as tip number 1, but it's to get ready every single morning. If you wake up and you go onto your classes wearing what you slept in, if you're studying what you slept in, you're staying in bed, you're not gonna feel motivated. You're just gonna feel slumpy, and you honestly might take a nap. I mean, that's what I do. If you just wake up, wash your face, maybe put on a little makeup if you want, wear something that you weren't sleeping in, then you're gonna feel more productive and ready to go through the day. My last tip for you guys is to forgive yourself. We're all still learning how to do this. We're all still adjusting. Even today, I had about 10 minutes left in my class and my Wi-Fi just turned off. I was so mad, and my mom was like, give it a second, let it reboot. And I had to think to myself, like, my teachers understand. Going along with that, guys, please be kind to your teachers. They're still learning how to do all this. It's so new for them too. They did years and years of training of interacting with students in person, and then suddenly they have to switch to this too. Forgive your teachers, be patient with them as well. So those are all the tips I have for you guys. I hope it helps you. Again, this is just works best for me, but I hope that these ideas can be a baseline on how you can organize and manage your time a little better for whatever you need to get done. We're gonna get through this year, guys. We have each other. We're supporting one another. It's gonna be good. You're gonna be fine. You got this. If you're not already, follow me on Instagram. I post a lot of pictures of my dog. Give this video a thumbs up if you found any of these tips helpful, and comment below anything that you guys use as ways that you're more productive with studying. I'd love to hear your tips. And I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.